Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad, and in this video you can listen to the forecast of your star sign for the week 8th to 14th of September 2025. It's Gemini turn, and let me finish the shuffle, and then we're gonna have a look at what week is ahead of you, Gemini. Hopefully a good one. Right. So the first card for you, that will be Four of Wands. Really nice, nice and good week is ahead of you, followed by the Magician here. Moving on next, that will be Temperance. And the final card for you, Gemini, for that particular week, it is the Eight of Swords. It's a bigger bite, at least currently, that you can chew on. That is a one way how the week can develop for you. Or what is the best way to call it here? I don't want to scare you off, but you may end up being given something, and that is primarily for you Gemini that are kind of careeristic, you know, those of you who are really into your career. That will be rather difficult. That is because we do have the Magician into the second position, but I am getting a bit ahead of myself. So what we have here into the week with the Four of Wands, it is that the real deal is about to arrive for you. The project that it is the real deal, for example, or the person that it is the real deal for you and whatnot. The Four of Wands shows that throughout the week you're gonna have to attend to the important aspects that will allow you to finalize and complete a very important cycle of development for you. You may be developing for a bigger position at work, or maybe developing to invite love into your life. Whatever the case, this week is going to be the week where those aspects, which are the pivotal aspects, the most important aspects, are going to appear, and you will start attending to them, most likely successful by the end of the week, but by the look of those cards, is gonna take a bit of scramble, and also a bit more than you are expecting, right? It's a bit bigger dedication that will be required from you in order to complete these either tasks or requirements and so on and so forth. And while you wouldn't mind, I am bound here by the generalized reading to tell you that you know, if you start considering that pretty much isn't worth it, and you are wishing to let go of and walk away, that is completely within the framework of you know, of your capabilities, and nothing and no one should stop you to do that. But the completion of that important cycle of development of yours is going to be cause for a celebration. So that is the thing that you really want right now. Okay, and again, that is the week in which you are going to have a chance to complete it. Now, the real problem with all that, it is the Magician now into the second position. That position of the spread is what is going to work against you, the things to your detriment. And here the Magician could be read in many ways, right? One of them is that in order to complete that cycle of development, you have to use a big portion of your sovereignty. I hope that this general reading is of your liking. But if you do want to have a personalized reading with me, you can purchase one from my website, which link you can find in the description down below. And there at the very front page, you can see a full list of my services as well, their pricing, and based on your budget and also your needs, you can go for whichever one suits you best. Now, let's get back to your video, meaning getting under the authority and the influence of someone or something like an organization. The Magician also could represent that as you do enter into the final stage, you lack the skill and the knowledge to complete it. And this is where the scramble comes from, that you are going to have to find it and acquire it, the skill or the knowledge. The magician also could represent that you will become a victim of these circumstances, meaning you are going to be given an object or a subject, like a project, for example, that it is a very well dressed, coated, pinkly, and you would think, you know, is that all? I mean, it's a piece of cake, and when you dig into it, you will realize that it is a bigger mess, a far bigger mess than you have anticipated. So it's a scramble again. Either ways, this is going to be a scramble to get yourself together, get what you need together in order to start attending to these important details and important aspects that the week is going to require from you if you do wish to complete that important cycle of development of yours. But fear not, because the temperance, the third position here, works in your favor. And temperance is that eventually it may take you a few days, right? It may take you all the 5 working days of the week, but eventually you are gonna end up with the appropriate measures in order to complete those tasks and to finish attending successfully the important details of your a cycle of development here, and successfully completed by the end of the week, or maybe at the very first days of the next week. And while your way of how you're going to complete those tasks are not going to be approved, for a lack of better word here, by everyone, it will be no less effective. And while certain people, like for example your colleagues, yeah, for example certain friends of yours, maybe your spouse as well, family members, who knows, your boss also may not approve it, or, well, approve, it's a kind of strong word, be okay with it, they won't be able to deny its effectiveness again. And the fact that you're going to stay behind your words, you're going to show very strong backbone, that you aren't giving up, even in the face of odds, even in the face of difficulties, is going to earn you their respect, if that counts for something, of course. And also their compassion and solidarity toward you. I mean, this week is going to have a very healing effect upon the relationships you have, more so to the relationships which are not intimate relationships. Into the intimate relationships, by the look of these cards, you may have some communicational problem here and there, but other than that, you won't lose that warmth that you do have in between you two. And no matter the issue, no matter the disagreement, eventually you are going to get back together into the week. And here the week ends with the 8 of Swords. Now that card predispose, rather, or implies, I'm sorry, that you're going to agree to something, because the card shows that there are going to be some limits which are imposed to you, but you will not gonna mind them. That is going to be a willing participation into these they're not obstructions, but they're more like a limits that are going to be bestowed, like for example signing up an NDA, okay, or a limit. It could be limits to your free time because you're starting work, okay, but there are going to be certain limitations which are going to be bestowed upon you that are necessary, okay, for completing that cycle of development of yours. And while they are going to sub certain options available for you, those options that matter are going to be right in front of you, slate clean, and you can take advantage of them. This was your tarot reading. I really hope you enjoyed it and you liked it, and if you did, you can subscribe for the channel if you haven't already, leave a like, comment on the video as well if you feel the need to do so, and if you think that this video can help someone you know, you can share it with them as well. Other than that, hopefully we're going to see each other next time, and until then, bye.